Good day, my lovely people, family. How are you? I hope you're fine. I hope everything is great. Today, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to my friend, who sold me this. She has amazing collection of clothes, and she does a great, great, great job of modeling them. I'm not doing this justice, but it is absolutely comfortable. It's top with pants, and I absolutely adore it. I'm going to see if I can put the photo in. I'm going to try that during editing and see if I can do that. As we know, we're all learning. Now, this is a topic that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I wasn't able to kind of figure out how to approach it. So, um, now let's see. I keep running into all these conversations about networking and how to network and how, and I consider myself the queen of networking. I give myself that throne and I'm keeping it. So I'm going to have a few interviews with some people who I think are great networkers, and then we can maybe learn from each other. Now, from my perspective, let me first describe what I think networking is, and then, of course, you can read down here what the dictionary says networking is. So basically, I think networking is building a community for yourself. You know, you're born into a family, and then there are people that come into your life, and they can be for you can help them, they can help you. So it's basically just building your own community of what kind of people that you want around you, and what you kind of aspire to be. But what I feel like many people think networking is, it's go in, ask for what you want, get it. I think networking is an investment. I genuinely think so. I think when you go into a networking environment, you're not going in there with the idea that I'm going to come out of this with something. If you do come out of it with something, I mean, I have gone for networking events and came out with job offers, so it does happen, but that was not my objective. My objective was I wanted to go and meet people or and learn something, or but of course sometimes you do make money. I do quite a lot of side hustles. I sell hair products, I do everything. And so sometimes I do go with the intention of selling something. Many times I do go with the intention of just meeting people who we are going to meet again and again and again. And I might even end up making a sale 6 months after the first time we initially met. And those tend to be the clients, the repeat clients, the ones that I've sold immediately. We have not created a relationship. They don't even trust me. They just bought the product because they liked it. But these other ones, we have already built a relationship. It's easier when you know somebody, for you to kind of know their character, and you go like, okay, fine. So yeah, I'm sorry if the lighting is not going to be good in this video because I'm facing the weirdest angle today. I think, oh yeah, let me just try and adjust something and see if that helps. Yeah, looks like it made a difference. Okay, so where were we? Okay, networking. So I keep hearing, like, I was reading on Facebook this whole thread about people complaining about how LinkedIn is fake, because you make friends with all the CEOs and nobody can help you get a job. And it came from a post that some guy put, and he was well, he's a Caucasian guy living in Kenya, and he said it might be a cultural difference, but he doesn't understand why Kenyans that he meets go straight for the jugular. You meet somebody on the first day, and the next question is, so how do I get a job? And he's like, okay, didn't you at least go to our website? So that does happen quite a lot, and I can tell you that I have actually encountered people who send me okay, they send me a request for LinkedIn. I check their profile. I'm like, wow, yeah, looks okay. Because I used to receive a lot of marriage proposals on LinkedIn, so I just kind of started checking how serious somebody looks. Then you But of course, I overestimate how much people can lie on their LinkedIn profiles. So if you connect, and then the next message is, oh, thank you for your invite. So I can see you live in Switzerland. Can you find me a job, even if it's cooking tea, even if it's cleaning? I just need to leave Kenya. And you're like, um, if I was able to do that, I don't think anybody in our village would still be there. I mean, I would find them. I don't know. Anybody who wants to live would live. So, it kind of makes me wonder why this person thinks that, well, I'm glad you think I'm that powerful, but it kind of makes me wonder what kind of skills. And by the way, this is not just Kenyans. This is something that I've noticed even with my other acquaintances from all different walks of life. Networking is just not something that many people know how to do. First, you have people who are introverts, so they just feel like, oh God, I am dying if I have to sit and talk to all these people. I can't help you because I am a chatterbox. I love to be out there. I love to meet new people. I just absolutely love that. So I will find an introvert who networks, and then we will have that conversation. So better subscribe, or if you're not an introvert, better get them to subscribe, and then one day when that interview comes, they might get some tips. Then there are people who are chatterboxes like me, but then they don't know the relevant things to talk about. So you go somewhere and the first thing you're doing is complaining about everything. Nobody likes a complainer. I remember one time when I was unemployed, the unemployment office took me for this training, which is an amazing place. And one thing that they told us there was the fact that when you're unemployed, you feel like you're a nobody. What you need to remember is you're a professional in your field. You're just currently unemployed. So stop introducing yourself as, hi, I'm Mercy and I'm unemployed. No. Hi, I am Mercy. I'm an administrative assistant, but currently I'm looking for a job. Because you do have a career, you're just not practicing it at the moment. So that's one of the things that I learned, and I was like, yeah, it's actually true. Then the other thing is expecting people to use their networks for your benefit. Now, I have an extensive network which I have built over years, and sometimes it's more, a friend of mine who knows a friend of mine who knows a friend of mine. Now, because you're close to my friend, I do not go to my friend and say, okay, listen, I know you're close to this guy, and I know that their company has this. Can you help me get a job? No, my approach, this works for me, is I look for a way in. Then I work on that networking. I work on that favor on my own merit. Two reasons for that. One, every single time, nobody gives you anything for free, right? And sometimes it's a give and take. It's a give and take kind of relationship, right? I want friends who I can get something from and they can get something from me. But I don't want to have a network where I'm always giving and nobody's giving me back, because otherwise you get drained, and every time you have to meet your friends, it's hell. It's just, oh God, I have to go meet Jane. She is always asking for something. She always needs something. She always needs money. She always needs a job. She always needs a connection. She's always trying to sell me something. It's hard. Sometimes it's really, really hard. However, it's that's what many people think networking is. How many of you have had these stories of, oh, some people, when they're the only successful person in the family, they don't want to help anybody get a job? Now, think about it like this. If I am working somewhere and I can't just bring my own people, because then it's nepotism. Yes, I know it happens everywhere, but if my morals don't allow me to do that, I don't want to do that. Number two, um, even if I know many people and I have many connections, some of these connections, you're friends, but you can only use the favor once, because we are not that much of friends. I mean, I have friends who I can ask for something every single day and not feel the pain. There are those friends that every time I'm in trouble, they're the first message I'm sending. Okay, listen, I need this much money. I have that kind of friends. But then I have friends who I really have to have reached the end of the rope before I can ask them, because I know if I ask them, chances are I will not be able to ask again. And if I ask them, it needs to be, if, for example, let's use the example of money. If I ask them for money, I need to be very, very sure that I can pay this money back in the time that I have said that I can pay it back, because there's no going back from that, you know. But then there are friends who I know that if the time that I was supposed to pay back reaches, I can just send them a message and tell them, okay, listen, remember I told you that I was doing this project, didn't work out. Can we, can I extend and pay you next month or in 2 months, or can we break it down into smaller bits? And stuff just didn't work out. So think about it like that. So there are friends that if you ask me, I can tell you, okay, listen, you're looking for a nanny job. Okay, great. I know this person who I can introduce you to. She's looking for a nanny. And that one I would go quickly, knowing full well that I have never worked with you. I don't know if you're a good nanny or not. I know you're a nice person. So I'll go to my friend and I'll be like, okay, this is the kind of friend who, if things go bad, I can just apologize and we'll still be good. But then I am not going to go and introduce you as a nanny when I don't know how good a nanny you are to somebody who I have something at stake. Let's say somebody who is my boss, or somebody who I intend on doing some other business with. If you mess up, then it kind of reflects on what kind of people I hang around with, and that kind of reflects on what kind of a person I am. So you need to consider that when you're blaming your uncles and rich aunties who don't want to get you a job, because sometimes they're just in a position where I know you as my sister, I know you as my niece, I don't know your work ethic, or sometimes I just don't like your work ethic, because you can have a relative who you know very well, this is a lazy one, and then that lazy one is the one who wants a job. So you come to me, you tell me you need a job, and I'll be like, okay, fine, this is what I can do to help you, this is how you can go about it, but I will not, I can't. But then there are those ones that you can actually look at and go like, interesting, you know? Anyway, so basically what happens is some of us just keep thinking that others don't want to help you, or you keep thinking that you put yourself in the victim kind of mentality of poor me, okay. The other thing that I hate, absolutely hate, when someone is reaching out to help their um, relative or friend or whatever. Hi, I have this friend. Oh, she is so nice, but she's a single mother. She's going through depression. She's looking for a job. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all the first two bits of information? Yes, she is a single mother. Yes, she's depressed. Yes, she's stressed. Yes, her husband left her. But what does that have to do with the fact that she's a qualified engineer? What does that have to do with the fact that, you are kind of removing from this person's experience? Just say she's a hard worker. She's looking for a job. She's had a hard time finding a job. Her personal life is her business. And do the same thing when you're introducing yourself. Don't start with your burdens. Start with your value. How can I help you? How can I add to your company? How can I add to your family when I'm working in your home? What am I adding? What value am I adding to your life that makes me important to you? Not the other way around. I don't need you. I can get, if I have a company and I put an ad in the paper, let me tell you, anywhere in the world right now, with the COVID crisis, how many people lost their jobs? Let me tell you, anywhere you put an ad, you're getting lots of applications. So I don't need you. Okay, you're the one who needs me. Anyway, so you need to come to me and show me why I need you. You know, I am such an amazing. The thing is, sometimes it's good to have that high self-esteem and keep it up there. And honestly, if you can invest, if this doesn't come naturally to you, because me, some things come naturally to me, and I understand that they don't come naturally to everybody. If this doesn't come naturally to you, I suggest that you invest in paying somebody to teach you how to dig into this. Pay a life coach. Pay somebody who is going to give you classes of how to present yourself, how to give an elevator page, how to give a short presentation of who you are. You know, in 2 minutes, somebody decides whether you're worth it, you're worth the next 5 minutes of their time or not. I can stand with you for 10 minutes and I only remember the things you said the first 2 minutes because, okay, I can't leave because I don't want to be rude. But while you're talking, the first 2 minutes, you are so me, to an extent that in my mind, I already blocked you out as, yeah, that nagging person. Anyway, this video ended up being a bit too long, but that's because I am so passionate about networking. Anyway, I will think more about what we can do in this networking thing because I genuinely think networking is very, very underrated. The things you can do by having a good network, you just don't know. So I'm going to think more about how we can make this work, even if it involves having some classes or having what. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a few of the people I think are queens of networking who will come, who will give us a bit of conversation on what they think are the do's and don'ts, and then we can move from there. Okay, family, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that.